at 6.
If you are black or Latino and you take taxi cabs in New York City, you may have been passed by for a ride. Many African Americans, including the city's former mayor, say many cabs do not stop for them and they want something done about it. Channel 2's Reggie Harris has more.
No, I never got into one of those, a yellow cab.
You've never been in a yellow? Why?
They never stop. So I don't even waste my time waiting for a yellow cab.
After that comment, we asked 17-year-old Aaron Henry of Harlem to try hailing a cab at Broadway and 71st. Several empty cabs with lights on passed before a driver pulled over. And this happened to State Senator David Patterson of Harlem.
The time that I got in a taxi, and the taxi driver told me that he wasn't going to this neighborhood, and I told him that I wasn't getting out of the cab, and he then tried to come over the seat after me.
And recently, former Mayor Jenkins was passed by a cab that picked up a white rider a few feet away.
Maybe he went by me because he assumed I was going to a minority neighborhood and didn't wish to go. Maybe he was just out and out racist. I cannot tell. All I know is what happened.
The situation was worse last week for a cousin of the TLC Guardians president.
The taxi cab driver told him no because he's eating lunch. My cousin told him that he would wait. The taxi cab driver told him, no, get the hell out of my cab. And he also told him, that's why I don't pick up you people. This is a very serious issue.
The TLC Guardians, an organization of black TLC employees, has presented 3 proposals to the Taxi and Limousine Commission to help reduce what are known as bias refusals. The Guardians suggest cultural awareness classes for cab drivers, the formation of a TLC bias refusal investigation unit, and the placement of a service refusal sign or sticker in the back seat of cabs. It might look like this, with information on how to file complaints against cabbies. This driver says he doesn't discriminate but knows cabbies who do.
I'm not talking about a black anybody. It could be a Spanish, even a white too. If he's going to Harlem or East New York or Bronx, we try to avoid them.
He said we try to avoid them, while reminded that more than 40 cabbies, most of them livery drivers, were killed in predominantly minority neighborhoods last year. The president said if they don't like the job, cabbies should leave it. As you know, the law says that anyone is entitled to go anywhere in the 5 boroughs by cab, no refusals.
All right, Reggie, thank you.
A group of taxi and limousine commission officers is ready to go to war to protect the city's cabbies from murder. All the officers want is the firepower to do it. Members of the Grand Council of Guardians, an African-American law enforcement organization which includes TLC members, holding a conference on the City Hall today, demanding that TLC officers be armed just like other cops. Citing the 41 livery cab drivers murdered this year, including one in the South Bronx just last week, the officers said it's time to get tough and fight back.
By us having firearms, we can set up a special elite unit to address this issue, to deal specifically in crime of taxi cabs. Our expertise is taxi cabs, and by our expertise being taxi cabs, we can properly protect them because we know the ins and outs and most of the hot spots of taxi cabs.
The Guardians also said that the city should help pay for protective partitions for gypsy cab drivers.
Dollar vans. They're cheap, fast, and illegal. Get to work. Dollar van drivers have been dodging traffic and the law for years. But tonight, Scotty Barrett reports a new effort to collar the dollar vans is about to hit the streets. And as you're about to see, not a moment too soon.
They pick up and drop off, shadowing the larger legal buses all over the metropolitan area. Here along Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn, the customers who use the unlicensed transportation say it is not only 25 cents cheaper than the legal buses, it's also faster, more regular, and reliable.
Sometimes it takes us an hour and a half to get to work. It takes us an hour and a half to get to work, when with the dollar van, it only takes us like half an hour.
But most of these vans that charge $1 don't have livery tags.
Well, what you're doing is technically illegal, isn't it?
I wouldn't say illegal. You're doing something to make a living, to eat a piece of bread. That's not illegal.
It's because
taking the buses is not the way. Taking the bus, you end up filling out transit delay slips at work, getting reprimanded for repeated lateness, all types of things.
We ain't making no money out here. We make $100, $120 a day. Just trying to hang on in there. Better doing that than selling drugs.
But now that there is a service, albeit illegal, what's to be done?
This should have been dealt with at least 5 years ago. 5 years ago, it was easy to manage. It was a smaller universe. You didn't have as many people who had invested so much of their lives and their livelihoods into this thing.
In September, the problem of this growing number of illegal vans will become the problem of the Taxi and Limousine Commission. And how will they deal with it? Well, it will no longer be just tickets.
Those who are operating illegally are going to be, their vans will be confiscated and they'll be taken away.
See the two summonses, one summons for operating a vehicle without a license, and one summons for failing a signal left turn.
The van drivers on Flatbush who say they are being bombarded with tickets say the confiscation of the vans is already going on, and they say all these tickets amount to simple tax collection.
If they were being tax collected, I wouldn't mind it because they may bring some extra revenue, but we know that those summonses are going out into the garbage. We know that there's $40 to $50 million of fines that have been issued that the city never collected. It's no more just tickets that can be thrown away. If we're going to take away your vehicle if you're not operating properly.
How many have been ticketed by police? Raise your hand. But these drivers along Flatbush claim the cops are not only just issuing tickets, they are also already confiscating van registrations and insurance papers. And this van driver went to the 71st precinct to try to get his paperwork back.
One, guys. Just one. Who's the spokesperson? Who's being the spokesperson?
Me.
You? Okay.
So the van driver, Tony, went into the desk to try to get his papers back.
So what do you want me to do?
He told me I must come down here, pick up the paper. I came, I didn't get it, and he told me again. Then I come back on Monday, he told me mail it out to motor vehicle. He didn't give me a ticket or nothing. So my insurance is good, my registration is good, everything is good. So why I didn't get a ticket or he didn't give me...
That's Officer Gallagher. How can I know without talking to Officer Gallagher?
Right, that's why I wanted to speak to him. That's why I came down here.
Yeah, but if you don't know, how am I going to know?
That's why I wanted to speak to him, you know.
It's not yet.
What do you think about this, officer? You get this? No comment.
These guys are angry, you know.
It's fine.
It's not going to say, I got no comment.
So is it right for you to take my papers, drive away with it, tow the van, the papers, the insurance is good, registration is good, everything is good.